With Star Wars Celebration and Andor and Tales of the Jedi and May 4th, it's taken me some time to catch up on Star Wars books, but I just finished A Valiant Vow by Justina Ireland. This is the final middle grade book in the High Republic Publishing Initiative, and today I'll be talking about it with full spoilers since it has been out for a couple of weeks. First, and without spoilers, I really liked it, especially the ending. The middle grade books are obviously targeting someone much younger than I am. Throughout the High Republic, I've enjoyed them, but they haven't been my favorite part of any wave. To be honest, I had the same initial reaction from most of A Valiant Vow. It was a fast, fun, and easy read that I was enjoying well enough, but man, the end really hit me like a ton of bricks. This was a powerful conclusion to the middle grade line of books, and especially Imri Kentaros. Now I'll get into some spoilers, so here's a final warning for you if you haven't read the book yet. But Imri's journey over these past years was wonderful. We meet him as a young, hurt, sad, and sometimes angry Padawan. In a test of courage, he gives into the dark side and seeks revenge on the Nihil after the death of his master. Fernestra takes him as her Padawan, and seeing him grow through phases 1 and 3, watching him become a Jedi Knight that chose to operate without a lightsaber, someone who approaches every situation with empathy first, seeing him become more of a philosopher, which we hear a little more about in Wayseeker, and seeing him take on a Padawan of his own. It was present throughout the whole book, but it wasn't until the final chapters that I really felt the weight of it all. And that brings us to Tep Tep, Imri's new Padawan. I really liked her character since she was introduced with several other younglings in Escape from Valo. One of her standout moments was in the Audible exclusive Haunted Starlight, where she was even able to empathize with the Dringir. She is a fantastic Padawan for Imri. I liked them together so much, I wish we had somehow found a way to get the two of them together before this book. And we got to see some growth for another character I love, Churro. I literally gasped and went, "Churro's in this?" when his first chapter came up. He was a delight in Beware the Nameless, and he continues to be here. I love that his own quest to break away from his family's reputation has rubbed off on his sister, as he's able to teach her how to make a mutually beneficial deal with other people. It was cute and kind of hilarious seeing him teach her basic ethics and business concepts, saying, "Have you ever heard of a gesture of goodwill?" Beyond revisiting characters I enjoy, the plot felt appropriately significant for a middle grade book. These younger characters basically dealt with the threat of the Nihil scav droids after the fall of the Stormwall. And we still don't know how it came down, but I'm assuming Trials of the Jedi will clear that up. Anyway, the scav droids have been a constant threat in the Occlusion Zone, and having them taken down felt like a big enough challenge without it being unbelievable. Even if some readers do think that wasn't a big enough plot for the final middle grade book of the High Republic, I love that it echoed similar themes from not only Into the Light, but also Andor. Small gestures and small actions matter. They ripple out into big things. As Nimic puts it in Andor, there will be times when the struggle seems impossible, alone, unsure, dwarfed by the scale of the enemy. But even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward. With everything going on in the world right now, it's overwhelming to know what to do. I've heard friends express their feelings that they feel like there's nothing they can do, but you can do something. Do anything. Help your neighbor, help your community. You don't have to save the whole world by yourself, but you can start by helping just one person. This is exactly the kind of lesson we should be teaching our middle graders, and our young adults, and our adults. I needed to hear this again, and I just read something similar in Into the Light, and we all just finished Andor, which is a show about how all the small moments in Cassian's life led him to become who he needed to be. If you ever don't know what to do, there was a line that jumped out at me from A Valiant Vow. It is a Jedi's role to foster light within the galaxy. I immediately thought of Skeleton Crew and Fern's speech about how there is darkness in the galaxy, but there are also pinpricks of light. We just have to try to be that pinprick of light for someone every single day, which isn't always easy, but remember this, try. So yeah, A Valiant Vow felt like a worthy and heartfelt conclusion to the middle grade High Republic books. Part of me is also just sad that it's all coming to an end. This is the second to last book in the whole initiative. It's been a great ride. But that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on our socials, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.